up, See It All Outdoors? Woo! Springtime is upon us. So, getting ready to switch seasons. Muskie season, right around the corner. I'm gonna hit it hard this year. There's a few lakes here around me that we got good muskie populations. First off, we gotta hit turkey season. We got the old scoot and shoot ready to go. We're gonna hit it hard. Got a couple kids that are gonna go. Hopefully we can get them on their bows. I need to get them shooting here in the next day or two. But if not, they'll get out with the Remington and we'll be good to go. But kind of out in the garage, in the man cave here, kind of dinking around trying to put some waterfowl stuff away. And I thought, you know what? I've never done a review on my hardcore decoys, and you know, these are some decoys. I like them. I bought them pre-rigged, and these decoys, in my opinion, with the experience I have with them and the experience I have using other decoys and things like, these things are phenomenal. And they are, you know, are they the best? Absolutely not. But I didn't pay for the best either. But they're far from the worst, and they are far better than what their price point is. So without further ado, I'll get into it. And what I've got, and this one's filthy. Like I said, just gonna get them cleaned up and put away for the year. But got my hardcore decoys here. I'm gonna take this Texas rig off and I'll let you guys have a better look at it. So, like I said, this one's filthy. That's my fault. But I think I got another one that's actually cleaned up. So this is what it looks like at the end of the season, right? Got the hardcore on the bottom here and the weighted keel. And just a fantastic decoy. These things are durable and really not heavy. I guess we'll start from the bottom. We'll go with the keel. It is a weighted keel, and they call it a whale tail, but this thing is fantastic. It's weighted just enough not to be too heavy. So for me, I don't have a duck boat, and I do a lot of walking in. I'm wading through the marsh and whatnot, so I've usually got these just dropped into a jet sled or slung over my back, and I would say for the weight, they're not bad. I typically carry in about 18 of them, make myself a small little spread and a little pocket, and it works out fantastic for me. They've brought plenty of ducks in for me. I use these through teal season. I don't have any teal decoys, so I use these as well. And you know, more likely when I do that, I just use the hens. But I mean, they work. I shoot teals. You guys have seen that in the videos, and this is what I'm shooting them over, these hardcore decoys. And just fantastic. This hen I've actually cleaned up, so maybe you can see that one a little better. But so the keel, like I said, it's weighted, and it's weighted to the point where if there's any kind of chop on the water, any kind of waves on the water, it's weighted just enough that as they ride on the water, there's no smacking on the belly of this decoy. And I've got a couple crap decoys that I've come across over the times, and they're really light. I think they're all water fill, where the keel fills with water, but as they ride on the waves, you hear that kind of that clapping. I have nothing that says that doesn't do me any good, but as far as I'm concerned, we're trying to trick Mother Nature, so anything in our advantage is great. So we'll move up on the keel. Like I said, mine are Texas rigged, so when it comes down to Texas rig, and even if you're tying on your lines and your weights, these particular hardcore decoys come with 3 options for your tie point. So you've got one in the back, which gives you versatility because some of them can face one direction, some of them can face another. But also it's got 2 different hook points in the front. And that just, like I said, it's versatility. It's different. They're not all facing the same way. They're not all riding the waves the same way and things like that. So I think versatility is good. I think it looks more natural because when you look out on the pond, not all the ducks are facing the same way, right? Well, when the ducks are flying over and they see all of your decoys facing the same way, riding the wave the same way, nobody's moving, nobody's doing anything, as far as I'm concerned, it can tip them off. And it doesn't take much for them to say, you know what, I don't like it, and they just go the 100 yards over to the next guy or to the next pocket. And I mean, we're in a game of inches when it comes to duck hunting. We need them in there. We need them in our spread. So moving up, we've got just the body, very, very durable. I've got one that I absolutely blasted last year, and I mean I can look through, and to be honest with you, I don't even know that I can pick it out. I'm sure if I look close enough I could find it, but it never took on water or anything like that. And I mean I absolutely water swapped this decoy, and I mean it held up well, and it took the shot just fine. But durability, absolutely cannot complain about the durability. You know, and the thing down in the keel is we've got this finger hole if you wanna throw them. I use Texas rigs, so I don't need that. I've got my line to throw it on. But overall, fantastic decoy. Aside from durability, we've got the detail, and as far as I'm concerned, the detail is unmatched. I mean, you can get into some really expensive decoys, and they're flocked on the head or they're full flocked, and I mean, you can pay for it, absolutely. But for the money I paid for these, they're hands down. I mean, fantastic decoy. There's I don't see any paint transferred from any other decoy. You know, the detail isn't all exactly the same, which I think is nice. The blue feathers on this hen aren't quite the same on each side, and I think that was just a detail where, you know, gives a different look from a different side. Not everything's exactly the same. This particular one is a feeder, but the pack I bought 3 packs of 6, and they were pre-rigged with 4-foot wires and 4-ounce weights with the snap swivel on them, and they came with active hens resting hens and feeding hens, and then resting drakes and active drakes. So a little bit of versatility then as well. But I try to hook up my feeders on the front, so when they bob, their beak is a little closer to the water. And some of them, the resting ones, I point to the back, and then same thing with the drakes. And I'll show you. This is the drake I've cleaned up. I'm gonna pop that again. I mean, these snap swivels on these Texas rigs are that's it. I can change it, switch direction, whatever I want to do. This is one I've either didn't get as dirty, I've already cleaned up this year, but just to show you the colors on the drake, I mean, nice vibrant greens on the head. The body, the paint is nice and it's dull as it's supposed to be, and then the head's got a little bit of shine to it as if it's real duck. If you ever looked at ducks in the water, they don't have a lot of shine on their body, but especially the drakes, they get a little more on their head. Same deal, you know, nice hardcore label. I did get a sticker with each set of decoys that look just like that, and I think they're all on my door over there. But overall, I mean, these things are fantastic. One thing I do recommend is if you're gonna put them on Texas rigs like this, and I didn't do this, so I've had these about 3 years, and this is how beat up they are. As far as I'm concerned, they're not. They're barely beat up at all. But I do want to get myself a slotted bag so I can put them in there, and it protects them a little more. Yeah, I'm sure some of you know, if you're carrying around Texas rigs, they tend to bang together, and you can't help it. So I've just carried these two. I mean, yeah, I'm on their loops, and they're gonna hit and they're gonna bang, and you got them over your back. Now, if you got 18 of them back there, they're really rubbing and banging together. So I've been hunting like that with these for 3 years, and I mean, paint jobs are still looking good. But and I mean, I do that. I throw them in my sled just like that. Hunts over. I'm grumpy, didn't see any birds. Hunts over. Got a limit. It's cold. It's raining. It's whatever. Throw them in the sled. I'm rough on my decoys, to say the least. And I think as waterfowl hunters, we do look for a decoy that can withstand that. But anyway, so other than going the route of just getting a big bag, and I do have a big bag, but just stuffing them in there, I would get a slotted bag. That'd be my suggestion. But you know, the nice thing about these particular pre-rigged decoys is you got your loop, you throw them out, a sink, you're good to go. This rides below the water. You don't have to worry about it being seen by ducks, anything like that. You know, I've thrown decoys out with cords before and that string gets hung up like that or whatever. But obviously not with these. It's a heavy enough weight. But at the end of the hunt, when you're cold, you don't want to get wet hands. You grab this thing by the dry head, tip it up, grab the Texas rig, and it does the work for you. I mean, I've picked up my decoy without getting wet at all. They come with carabiners. Hook them on their carabiner, hook them to your vest, hook them to your back. You know, throw them in the sled, whatever you want to do, and you're good to go. So, I don't know. Like I said, I like to buy my stuff for duck hunting or fishing, for turkey hunting, deer hunting, whatever. I try to do it in the off season. Typically, you see sales, things like that. But so I thought, you know what? I'll throw a video together of my decoys real quick before I clean them up and put them in storage for the year. And that way, if any of you are in the market for new duck decoys, want to add to your flock, want to get started, things like that, just looking for a few more, you guys had something to compare to. Like I said, hardcore decoys. I'll throw a link to these in the description below, and if you like them, purchase them. If you don't, you don't. If you like something different, if you don't like Texas rig, you know, leave a comment down below. I'm always interested in learning new ways. I've been duck hunting for about 4 years, so I mean, by no means do I feel like I know everything. I use these. They were something I could get on a budget, and worked really well for me thus far. Would I like to have AV&X? You betcha. But raising a family and hunting on a budget, I do too many hunting. I have too many hobbies, so got to make it all work. Like I said, if you like these videos, I'm gonna hopefully bring you guys some more reviews in the time to come here this spring, and getting into fishing and back into hunting and all that. I'm gonna bring as many reviews as I can. If you like these videos or have something you want me to review, let me know. Leave a comment down below if you like this video, like it. If you like what you're seeing so far, please subscribe. It helps us out, and you know, we really do believe that if you just get outside, you can see it all outdoors. Absolutely can. I've seen so many beautiful sunsets, so many just beautiful things happen with the animals, that my mind is blown, and it's stuff you can't see or can't truly experience watching the TV. So, like I said, you can see it all outdoors.